Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. Today I'm going to do a what's in my travel makeup bag video. I'm off on one of my very close friends' hen weekend, which is what we call a bachelorette weekend here in the UK. We've got all sorts of activities planned which are a surprise for the bride-to-be, but I guess I'll probably be uploading this video after we've come back, so I will tell you a bit about what we're doing. We've got all sorts of fantastic activities planned. We're going to be going to the spa, we're staying in a really lovely hotel, we've got some nice meals booked, we'll be having a few drinks, have a night out, and we've also got an activity planned on the final day. We're going for a long weekend, so an outdoorsy activity as well. I'm really excited about having some girly time with some of my best friends. We're going away for a long weekend, so I'm not packing overly heavy, although it feels like I'm taking quite a lot of makeup, and that's because, as I explained, we're doing a variety of different activities. The makeup bag that I've got is this one from ZPM, which I really like, this brand. It's just a massive pencil case with a sort of Mad Men print on it, which I really like. It really appealed to me. It's for people reading newspapers and drinking cocktails. So it's just one of these bags that you can just throw everything in. It doesn't have different compartments or anything. I will give you a sneak peek by opening it up, and it just looks like that. So I've got it pretty full. This isn't what I use as my everyday makeup bag by any means, but I just thought it would be good for the weekend. In addition to that, I'm taking a palette and also my foundation, which will be just going in my wash bag with my bulkier toiletries such as shower gel and shampoo. So it's no surprise that I'm taking my Makeup Forever HD foundation in the shade 120. This is my favourite foundation. It's a quite full coverage foundation, but it's really long wearing, and I just adore this. I probably don't really need concealer with it, although I am taking a concealer as well. As it's not exactly in my travel makeup bag, I will also talk about the palette that I'm taking. This is the Urban Decay Black palette. Urban Decay are really known for their palettes, and with good reason. They're fantastic quality. I love their eyeshadows. This is just an eyeshadow palette, although it does also contain one of their 24/7 Glide-On eyeliners, which are really popular as well. I love this. I really love smoky eyes for a night out. So I guess it's a bit of a predecessor to the new Smoked palette. Really gorgeous blackened tones. You've got some gorgeous jewel coloured tones along the bottom, as well as your classic grey and black to create a smoky eye. So I think I'll probably use maybe the purple or the blue, because I'm planning on wearing a nude coloured dress for the night out. I just love this. This is one of my favourite palettes of all time. I absolutely adore it because I wear a smoky eye so often. Every time I go out I wear a smoky eye pretty much, unless I'm wearing a bright lip. So this is something that's come in very handy, and I still haven't hit pan on any of them, even though I do use this pretty regularly. So on with the products that are in my actual makeup bag, the name of this video. And I'm just going to tip them all out now, and then we can get started. Unsurprisingly, I am taking some of my all-time favourite makeup on this trip. As I already mentioned, I'm taking my favourite palette, and there'll be a couple of favourites as well that I'll mention while I go through this. So this could be quite a helpful video if you're interested in knowing a bit more about the makeup that I like. I've already touched briefly on face products by talking about the foundation that I'm taking, so I will continue that by saying that I'm going to be taking my Inglot Concealer. This is the Perfect Concealer, so it's in a stick format, and you may recognise this if you watched my Inglot haul. I am the shade 44. I guess there's no real point in me swatching concealers for you. And unsurprisingly, I'm also going to be taking an Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat, because there's undoubtedly there's going to be some late nights, so I'll be relying on this to really lighten up any dark circles. Just popping the products back into the bag as I go through them. Again, I'll be using a highlighter just to add some light to my face, and I've chosen the Girl Meets Pearl by Benefit. I really like this because you can just, you know, twist it up. The colour comes out the top here, and you can apply it directly onto your face and just blend it in with your fingers. So really quick and easy to use, and the tube is pretty compact as well. So that's going in there. I'm taking my all-time favourite blush, which is unfortunately discontinued, but it's the Sweet William Blush Cream Pearl by MAC. Again, I can just use this with my fingers, so no need to take a separate blush brush. I am, however, taking a contour brush, and I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush, and I will be using this with the NARS Laguna bronzer. I really love this. I was initially worried that this was going to be a little bit too dark or orange toned for me, but I really like it, and I'm wearing it now as my contour. This is what it looks like. I mean, it's such a cult product, I'm sure you're already familiar with it, but you know, it works really well, and I think it does work quite well with this brush because this gives such a light touch, and you can just really direct the colour into the sort of hollows of your cheekbones there and get a really beautifully sculpted look. I still like the Benefit Hoola, but at the moment this is my favourite. I forgot to mention before when I was discussing my foundation that I'm also going to be taking the buffing brush by Real Techniques. I'm loving the Real Techniques brushes at the moment. So while we're discussing tools, I may as well continue by talking about the other tools that I'll be taking. Firstly, the Uemura Eyelash Curler. Again, a bestseller, cult product, award winner. And then the other brushes that I will be taking are some eye brushes. I'm going to be taking two Real Techniques brushes. These are from the I can't remember what it's called, but it's the core collection with the 4 or 5 brushes for your eyes. So I'm going to be taking the Deluxe Crease brush and also an accent brush, and this is one of my favourite little discoveries because this is perfect for just taking the shadow right underneath your bottom lash line and giving a really pulled together smoky eye. And then just for my blending brush, I've got one of the e.l.f. Essentials brushes. This is the blending eye brush. So this would be really great for just blending that smoky line and, you know, fading it out and making it look a little bit more natural. Continuing on with eye products, so I've already mentioned that I'm planning on wearing a nude coloured dress. So with that I'm going to be wearing a smoky eye, and my base for my smoky eye, well, firstly I will be using my trusty eyeshadow primer potion by Urban Decay. I love this. I've still got my one in the old packaging because I've bought so many backups that I'm working through these. It's got the doe foot applicator. I'm sure you all know what this looks like. Again, a real cult product with good reason. It's one of my all-time can't live without products. Not everybody would need this with the MAC paint pots, which is what I'm going to be using as my base for the smoky eye. However, I find for some reason these crease on me quite badly, so I always need to use these two together. My base for my smoky eye will be MAC Paint Pot in Blackground, and I love this. I use this again every time I go out and I've barely touched the surface of it. It's a really rich pigmented black that I just apply with my fingers. I don't want a too perfect look. When I do a smoky eye, I think it looks a bit more modern. The rest of the eye products that I will be taking for my smoky eye look are my Eyeko Graffiti eyeliner. Now this has now been discontinued. I haven't tried the replacement, but I really like this, and any liquid eyeliner would work well. I really notice a difference when I use liquid eyeliner, so I'll be using this both for my smoky eye and for my daytime eye. The YSL Shocking Mascara. Now I've got a bit of a love-hate with this. This is what the brush looks like. A lot of people do rave about this, and I have to say, the first time I tried it, I was like, oh my goodness, is this called shocking because it's shockingly bad? However, since it's dried out a little bit, you know, after those first few uses, it has improved. Other eye product I'll be taking is my Tom Ford Brow Sculptor, which has got the brow crayon at one end. I'm in the shade Taupe, and then it's got the comb at the other end. I thought that this was a little bit better for travelling with than my usual Bare Minerals loose powder and the brush that I normally carry, so all in one, perfect for travel. I'll also be taking a set of false eyelashes for the night out. This comes with the glue, so I'll just throw that in the bag too. And I like to put a really sort of metallic sheen and a slightly different texture, so whilst I'll be wearing the powder over the top of that intense background paint pot, I'm then going to put a little bit of Galaxy by Bobbi Brown. This is the Longwear Cream Shadow. Apparently Cheryl Cole is a fan of this, and what I will do is just dip my finger in here and put a little spot just in the middle, right above my pupil, to really make my eyes like glisten and pop. So this is a really gorgeous colour. And that will also be really nice if I don't want to necessarily have the drama of a very intense black smoky eye. I can just wear this for a metallic eye colour if we're just having a dinner, for example. For the daytime, I'm taking Bare Study Paint Pot, which again I'll apply with the eyeshadow primer potion. Going back to what I was saying about the Touche Eclat, I'm probably going to really need some light around my eye area to really make me look a little bit more awake, because I think sleep is going to be pretty limited. So I thought this would be the best choice. I'm taking a miniature Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. I'm not actually taking primer because, as I said, I do find that my foundation is pretty long wearing anyway, and if I want to make it last just that little bit longer, then I can spritz this on underneath. I don't really like to do that too often, but for a weekend wear I think it'll be fine. This makes your makeup last so well, so I definitely recommend picking this up if you have oily skin, or even if you don't and you just, you know, want a little bit of added confidence, maybe for a special occasion. I always recommend this to friends if they're getting married, for example. This really does make my makeup last like nothing else. At the moment, my favourite lip combination is MAC Viva Glam 5, which I will swatch for you. It's a great Your Lips But Better colour. And I like wearing this with a little bit of the Barry M Lipgloss in number 2. And this smells amazing, it smells like toffee. I purchased this in my drugstore haul, so if you want to watch that video then do look out for that. I just apply a little bit of this in the middle to give some shine to the look, and I'm looking forward to wearing that with the smoky eye for the night out. I'm actually wearing that at the moment if you want to know what it looks like on the lips. And then finally, this is looking a bit worse for wear because I've been using it a lot. I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Or Eyes, Lips and Face Luscious Liquid Lipstick in the colour Raspberry, which is a really gorgeous wearable pink colour for every day. So that's just this one here. And the great thing about this, although it looks really bright there, is that you can sheer it out really nicely. So it's a good, you know, I think that will look quite nice and for every day. And again, add some colour to my face when I may be feeling a little bit fragile. But you know, makeup is there to make you feel a little bit better when you maybe aren't feeling your best. I hope you found that interesting. If you've done any of these videos yourself, then I would love to see them, so do put a video response. I'll be interested to know in your comments if you think that this is a reasonable amount of makeup. It looks like a lot, but as I explained, you know, this will do me for all the activities we've got. As always, if you've enjoyed watching, then please do subscribe, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!